Alright, hi everyone. How's it going? My name is Dylan. For some reason, I have filmed this video like 10 times and I don't know how to film this without being like, I want to be real, like, okay, so I just returned my Tesla Model 3, right? Hi, by the way, my name is Dylan. If you guys are just watching this because you saw Tesla in the title and I don't know, maybe you're thinking about buying one or whatever, this might be a warning video for you guys. Or if you just watch my normal videos, hi, welcome back. Just a quick intro if you don't know who I am. My name is Dylan. I drive for Uber and for Lyft, and I also run this channel called the Rideshare Hub, which I make videos. And I just bought a Tesla Model 3 about a week ago, and I decided to return it. If you guys didn't know, Tesla has a 7-day return process. So I'm going to basically tell you why I returned the car and what. So I'm back in my normal car. This is my Ford, you know, this is not a Tesla. I want to be truthful with you guys and share you my journey on, because I do still want to get one, but I'm definitely not going to get the Model 3, which is the one I got. The Model 3 is the cheapest one, and I tried to get the SUV, like a used one, because I mean, even those are still expensive, but the salesman said no, don't get that car, it's not a good car, because they're old. But anyways, here's my process. So a few months ago, I was living with a roommate. Well, I still live with roommates, but my old roommate loved Tesla. He's obsessed with Tesla. Kevin, you guys know him, maybe you don't. He's been on these videos a while ago. And he always talked about Tesla. Tesla's amazing. I was like, cool, yeah, I don't really care, like whatever, Tesla sounds cool, but I never even thought about getting one. And there came a time where we had, there's a company that wanted to pay me to shout out their cleaning product or whatever. Their cleaning product, great product. And they sent me some stuff and they said, hey, can you make a video about it? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I was like, and you know, it's not that much money, but I took that money in order to get a Tesla for the video. And you know, I drove it around, had it for a while, and I didn't expect much of it, but I fell in love with the car. And you know, after my roommate and I, we always talked, well, my old roommate Kevin and I always talked about getting a Tesla. Oh, that'd be so cool to have a Tesla. Can you imagine if we had Teslas? I'm like, yeah, dude, that'd be sick, that'd be dope. And then a few months later, I was like, you know what, maybe I can get one and drive it for Uber and for Lyft. You know, use it for the, you know, this car's getting old anyway. I paid off this car. If you guys have been following my journey, the only reason I did get the car was because I had this car paid off, and I was gonna sell this one and use that money and put it towards the Tesla. But I couldn't sell it before, so I was just gonna buy it and then throw the money at the, you know, whatever, at the car payment. And so fast forward a couple months, about 2 weeks ago, I ordered the car. I ordered it online, literally on a whim. I probably shouldn't. I honestly am actually really thankful that I returned it, because I couldn't afford that car. You know, those cars, well, yeah, I always talk about not getting a brand new car for Uber and for Lyft, or just in general, unless you're a freaking gazillionaire. But I was like, you know what, it'll pay for itself, because, you know, you don't spend money on gas, the car's hardly any maintenance costs, whatever, and I had this car to trade for it, pretty much. So it wasn't really gonna cost that much after I ran all the numbers. And there's tax benefits too, like, especially if you're, you know, an Uber and a Lyft driver, Tesla actually has tax credit. So that, whatever, okay, anyways, so I ordered it 2 weeks ago, and they deliver it within a couple of days. It got there. I picked up the car, and I went there with my friend Emily. We drove there in this car, and then she drove. Actually, and then the first, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's not like a normal car buying process. Like, you show up, and then they check you in, and you go to their little showroom. Maybe I'll show a clip. I think I have some footage. We try to take some footage in there, which, you know, Emily's a horrible filmer, so the quality was really bad. No, I'm just kidding. It was like, whatever. No, we were trying to be like discreet about it. Yeah, we got the car, and there's a little scratch on the front, and I was like, oh, there's a scratch on the car, and I was trying to like rub it out. It wasn't coming out. She's like, oh, we'll have to buff it out. So they went and buffed out this big, it was a pretty big scratch. And whatever, like, got the car. I was like, dang, that car's sick, that car's amazing, that car's awesome. I get in the car, get in the Tesla, and one of the very first things that I notice is how small the seat is. So if you guys can see this car that I have, let me take this off really quick. If you guys can see the car that I'm in right now, it's like a chair. It's like, I don't know if you can see, at least this is this one. It's like there's a lot of space between here and the ground. Same thing here. When you're sitting in this car, it's like pretty much like a chair, right? Like the Tesla is like straight. You're like sitting in a sports car. And story, because if you guys can see right here, I had surgery on my knee. So this is not like Tesla's fault. This is mostly my fault, but like, so hold on, this is kind of sad. I was getting emotional thinking about this, but when I was 11 years old, I played soccer. I grew up playing soccer. I started playing soccer when I was 4 years old. And when I was 11, like, I was never, you know, I was never a phenomenal soccer player, but I was decent. I know I was always like able to keep up with the good guys. I was never like, I was like the best on the team if our team like wasn't that good. And I was always switching teams, club teams and stuff. When I was 11, I started playing club when I was like 8 or 9, right? I think I was 8. And then when I was 11 years old, I got into a horrible accident. I was playing, well, during soccer. We were playing soccer. I was playing my rival team, the old team that I used to play for. And I was on a pretty good team, so I wasn't even playing that much, I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I wasn't playing that much. I just played it was like literally the last like 20 minutes of the game. I go in and I'm playing. And I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm dribbling. I beat 2 guys. And it was like the first time I had really touched the ball in the game. If you guys have ever played a sport, like, you guys know, if you're not that good, when you go in, it's like you want to prove yourself. Like, because you're only probably playing 10 or 20 minutes and 10 or 15 minutes in the game anyway. And so I go in and I'm like, you know what, I'm playing my rival team, my old team, and I want to play really well. So I go and I dribble, I beat 2 guys, and all of a sudden, I just, boom, one guy hits me, like, if this is my leg, like, one guy hits me right here, and then one guy hits me up here on my leg, and boom. So my leg just went like that, and I tore 3 ligaments in my leg. And I remember, I didn't cry when it happened, but I cried leaving the hospital when they told me what happened. My knee was swollen, it was huge. Maybe I can try to find a picture of it. I don't think I can, they're so old photos, but. So I had a really bad accident. I went to the doctor and they told me, you tore your ACL. I had to get an MRI, X-ray, all that. They said you tore your ACL, meniscus, and MCL. So and it's a 9-month recovery process, pretty much a year recovery process. And they said, we can wait till you're 18 to do surgery, or we can do surgery now, but one of your legs might be shorter because there's a high chance that your growth plate will be messed up. So sorry, this is all related, guys. It's like the seat in the Tesla is like, so I have sorry to get all like deep and dark on you guys, but like this is important to me, and I wanted to share this with you guys because this way you can tell, and if you have a similar experience, this is important too. And then when I was 20, I retore my ACL and meniscus playing freaking beach soccer. So that I was pretty much all like, you know, what, 9 years later after my, like, thank God it went okay the first time. And then the second time, all of a sudden I remember crying again. Yeah, walking out of the hospital, they told me I re-tore my ACL. I was like, are you serious? It's, again, when you have to have surgery on it, and for like a month you can't even bend your knee. Like you're like working just on being able to rebend it because there's so much scar tissue, and you have to go to the physical therapist and they're like bending your knee and you're doing all these exercises, and it's like you feel helpless because you can't walk, you know? You're bedridden, and you're my whole. So let me just show you guys really quick, so you guys know what's going on. I'm trying to keep this as brief as possible, but here, this is where I had my surgery on my knee. There's 2 scars here actually. They're on top of each other. You can't really tell, but they're right. That's where they went in and replaced the ACL. This is the second surgery. They took part of my patellar tendon and put it in there. I don't know why they went in there. And then they also went in here. They put in a camera in there, and then I have a scar right here the first time when they replaced my ACL. So, and this whole part of my leg is completely numb. But anyways, in the Tesla, it's like it's like a sports car. You're sitting down and it's like straining my knee. And so I remember the first day when I was driving it, I was like, dang, this is kind of short, but whatever, you know, I just fell in love with the car, whatever. It's amazing. Super fast, super smooth, super silent. And then later that day I was like, dang, my knee kind of hurts. And my knee always hurts. I have a bad knee, you know, I'm getting old. I have a bad knee, and I just am facing the facts that I will probably always have a hurt knee. It hurts perpetually. I'm, again, like, yeah, I just have a bad knee. What I have, I had 2 surgeries on it, and the thing is probably never gonna get better. Maybe if in the future it develops some new technology, but regardless, I never realized that, I mean, in this seat, it's pretty comfortable because I'm sitting, it's like sitting up in a chair. It's like driving a truck. But the Tesla is like, it's like you're driving a Porsche, like a sports car. You're sitting back, and don't get me wrong, a lot of people like that about the car. Me personally, I was literally limping every time I would get out of the car. It was hurting so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. And later that night, the first night I got it, I was like, dang, it kind of hurts, but I love the car, whatever. And then the second day, I was driving it, and I'm like thinking, like, what the heck did I just do? This literally hurts to drive. And I drove it around the whole day the next day. And I don't know why I didn't notice it when we got the car a couple months ago. I mean, it was an older model, and I don't think they've changed that much. So luckily, fortunately, you know, they have the 7-day returns, and the only problem is that it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get your money back. So I took the car in, and again, I was thinking about maybe I get a Model X, the SUV one, and the guy's like, well, don't get anyone in our inventory because, oh yeah, and they also said they don't have any 2017s or 2018s because they're saving all of them for their fleet, which I don't even know if he was supposed to tell me that, but basically Tesla, if you guys don't know, they're coming out with a robo-taxi fleet. So sorry, Tesla, I'm exposing you. Well, they already announced that they're doing it, but basically they're just, any 2017s, you can go on the Tesla website and go into inventory. They're not selling any 2017s or 2018s. All the 2017s and 2018s they get back, they're saving them for the fleet. So, and the 2016s don't have the side cameras, so they're not able to do full self-driving. So he's like, if you buy that car's gonna go down in value so fast because no one's gonna want it. Like, you can't use it for the self-driving, whatever. I don't know, whatever. So I've been super stressed. I've been having really bad headaches. I know it's like, I was even talking to my buddy last night, Kevin, about it, and he's like, dude, this is like first world problems, like, relax. I'm happy that, like, cause again, like, it was actually, now that I think about it, like, yeah, I could have made it work. I could have, you know, paid off the car and like whatever, like used it, made extra money with rideshare, and, you know, used it for some videos, and probably, you guys know I make a little bit of money off the videos, and Tesla videos get way more views for whatever reason. So I was like, I was like, I can maybe make it work. So that's what I did. And then, but now I'm just really glad to have the thing gone. It's such a relief, but I still don't have my money back. But I mean, I trust them that, you know, hopefully I'll get my money back. I've heard, you know, I did find one guy, he said he got his money back in like 10 days, but they say it takes 4 to 6 weeks. So I will update you guys, but I think that's it. Like that's, oh yeah, and then and then also another thing I really didn't like about the car is that the new ones, they all have these really annoying backup sounds, which, because I think it's from the government. I think the government is making electric cars have some sort of backup sound that's called like PWS, passenger warning sound or something. Basically, when you back up the car, it's really, really, really loud. It's like, all right guys, so this is the backup sound. I think you guys should be able to hear it loud and clear. It's pretty loud and pretty annoying, but every time you back up, you cannot disable this either. Do you hear that? You have to go to the back too. It's in the back, like right speakers. I'm gonna back up really quick and then just back up and see if you can hear the sound. Okay, so I'm gonna drive forward and then back up. You can hear it, right?
Yeah, the faster you go, it's like woo.
Tesla, I guess, all the new ones, at least the Model 3s, at least the one I got had it, and you can't turn it off. And it sounds like, oh yeah, you don't back up that much, you'll probably get used to it. No, it's like every time you back up, anytime you're parking, anytime you're getting out of a driveway, anytime you're making a 3-point U-turn, anytime you're backing up, it's really, really loud, to the point where like I will make a U-turn just so I didn't have to do reverse sound, because it's so loud. You have to turn off your music because it's so loud. Also, it just feels, I felt kind of claustrophobic in the car, and I'm not even that tall. And so yeah guys, my camera's literally about to die, so I have to finish this video right now. I'm sorry. I'll make an update video once I get my money back, I guess, and just break down the whole return process. I just wanted to, you know, come clean, I guess, with you guys. I did want to say I did make a bunch of videos with the car. So sorry, my camera's literally dying right now, but I've already burned through these 2 batteries, so that's the last one that's already beeping, so I have to go. But I did make some videos with the car, so sorry if I think I'm gonna have to upload them, because, you know, I was super excited to have the car and I made a couple of videos. So if you see the car, know that I'm gonna update you guys. I think I'm gonna try to get a used Model X. I don't know, I'm probably gonna test it out, but I'll keep you guys updated. Sorry, I do have to go. My camera's literally about to die, so if it cuts off in the middle of me talking, you know why. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. For now, I'm just driving this car, which is a Ford Escape, and it gets the job done. It's fine. It's not an amazing car, but I was so excited to have the Tesla. Nothing against Tesla, they're great. But now I'm just, I don't know. I feel like all my expectations are lost, because I was so excited. I was so excited to get the car, and then immediately just hated it. And again, it's nothing against them. It's me. I have a bad knee, and it's not comfortable for me. So, there were a few other things I didn't like about it, but I feel like I could have got used to those, like, but yeah guys, that's my story.